2.7 is officially out, but what does that mean for the teapot? Absolutely nothing. Nothing has changed. And that's all. Hey, thanks for watching. Hey, hit the like button and maybe even subscribe for more juicy Genshin content like that. Okay, no, obviously there's a little bit more to go off of. One of the biggest concerns that everybody had about 2.7 coming out and us finally ending the teapot maintenance was whether or not clipping, floating, and sinking were actually going to survive or not. Okay, the good news is that they have. Real quick, like, here is some definitive proof that yes, you can clip, float, and sink on all three platforms. So here it is on PC. Here it is on PlayStation. And here it is on mobile. All the quirks, all the same methods we had from 2.5 and before are alive, kicking, and well. So that's cool, right? But we have a couple more things to go over. Have there been any other tweaks to the system, right? Has the load limit been expanded? Has the amount of load that's taken up by really, really expensive boys like the companions or animals or interactive furnishings like the fish pond, have any of those been optimized or reduced at all? Well, the short answer is also no. Nothing was tweaked. So I have a few different proofs of this. First off, this build, the stacked onsen build, I put so much stuff in that by the end of it, right, I do have red load. By the end of it, I had actually had a teleport waypoint here, and I actually removed that so I could put one more shrub in. It was one of the lowest capacity shrubs, one of the green boys. I was able to put one more in before I hit max peak, and now I can't put anything in no matter what I try. You know, like one of these boys, yeah. I can't even put in one of these guys. So I'm officially at max load capacity, and if the load capacity had been improved at all, if it had been upgraded, increased, then I would be able to put at least one more of these boys, right? And when it comes to companions specifically, so I know for a fact when you go inside the Inazuman main mansion's first lobby, you can fit exactly 8 companions and a single food sign. This is the extent of our load. Also saying that I love just lining boys up like a fucking all-you-can-eat smorgasbord. We literally had just enough load to fit 8 companions in and then like 1 miscellaneous small furnishing. That has not changed at all if I try to put anything else in. Companions were not optimized, so the load limit has not been tweaked at all. They haven't even implemented the cool UI stuff from the build your own custom domain event. Very unfortunate. So what was the point of the maintenance, right? At the very least, the teapot is saved, and at the very least, we do still have some new goodies to go over. So the rest of the video, I'm just gonna go over some of the new furnishings that we got in from both 2.6 and 2.7 because, hey, we weren't able to really take advantage of any of the new 2.7 furnishings. So let's go over those real quick like. So first off, we have the new 2.6 furnishings. This was, again, back when we had the festival furnishings and a lot of the new like festival editions. On top of these really cool like light purple lavender Inazuma buildings, we have this new furnishing here, which is like, I don't know who in their right mind was like, yeah man, oh, what new great thrilling minigame do we put in the teapot? Fucking Ellen Commission Simulator. I don't know what they were thinking, but okay. I mean, I'm probably not gonna use this a whole lot, I'll be real. The new vendor stuff is pretty cool. I like that we have an actual outdoor stove. This thing looks awesome. I love it to pieces. Of course, we have the new screen from doing the event. If you didn't do the event from 2.6, you won't have this. Unfortunate, because I think it is very cool. It's the first time we actually have an outdoor foldable screen, which is really nice. Honestly, I think the best new addition is these new stairs. These things are going to make building stairs such a walk in the park. I'm so excited for them. You have to buy 3 of them per day from Tubby, so if you weren't already doing that, I'll be real, I was buying 3 every single day during maintenance to count how many days we'd gone without being able to do the teapot, but I highly recommend stocking up on these bad boys because they are going to be a godsend. Overall, I think the new shrubs are very pretty and nice and aesthetic, so like them a lot. And we have a fire source. This bonfire thing at nighttime does actually light up, and it looks really nice. And you couple that with like, we have these firework launchers and of course the really cool figurines, and honestly 2.6 had a lot of really neat things going on for it. But 2.7 also has some really cool stuff, man. I think probably the biggest and most prominent thing that we got was the new chasm cranes, right? This smaller one you buy from Tubby. This bigger one, unfortunately, is locked behind the Gnostic Hymn BP. I really hate when they lock really cool and big furnishings behind that thing, because it's like, man, it's $20 worth it. Hey, for a teapot tuber, it sure is, but furnishing that's like this cool and big shouldn't be locked behind such a fucking paywall. But it is what it is. It does look very nice. I think it is going to make a lot of builds, especially in combination with the smaller one, look really cool. I'm really excited to start making some like mining quarry builds, especially now that we have some more chasm foliage. This stuff looks great. I love the way that it looks. Got some new interactable objects with the gong and the harp. You actually play them, and I was really thinking like, oh man, maybe they shadow dropped a new instrument that we can play for our teapot Andes, right? Like something similar to the harp or the zither. No, it just plays a pre-canned melody, which is very pretty, admittedly, but I was kind of hoping we'd get a new instrument type, but at least we're still getting the drums in 2.7 in the later half, so I can't be too mad. More screens, you know, these things I think complement the 2.6 screen. Pretty nice. Again, it's just nice to have more indoor furnishings that we can put outdoors, so it's kind of been a common trend lately. A new pathing type, which is nice. We can finally mix things up a little bit. Honestly, one of the cooler new additions is the fact that we have this lamp that is the very first furnishing that we can actually place on top of other furnishings. Literally every other light source, every other small furnishing in this game doesn't go on top of surfaces. For a while, I just thought that like, oh, maybe outdoor furnishings don't have their, I don't know, like their hitboxes on the tops of them, they're rendered out or something. I don't know. It's just like so weird that consistently you couldn't put anything on top of anything else outdoors. But this lamp is the first one that we can do it, which again, it acts like an indoor furnishing, but we can place it outdoors, which is really nice. Also, the fact that it's a blue light source is neat. Now, unfortunately, you're not actually meant to put this on top of a lot of furnishings. For most of them, it'll be red like that. However, if you use the new floating method that I showed in the other floating guide, it's very finicky with like small furnishings that aren't the rocky landforms. So it's going to be kind of trial and error to find the furnishings that you can actually place this thing on top of by floating and then dragging it to the, or if you drag it to the rim of its top. But like, see here, I was able to place it on top of the chasm thing and then do the click and drag that way. Normally, if you try to select it, yeah, you're not actually meant to place this on top of the like the chasm wood beams, but if you just get your camera angled low and then try to click and drag it down, oh, I might screw it up. I got very lucky. I just kind of spammed it. Of course, I'm not gonna be able to do it now. Hey, I got it to stick there once, so you get the idea. The other actually kind of neat addition, at least in my opinion, is this minigame, okay? I think the Ellen simulator minigame is like a little bit of a bust. I don't really care that much, but this one, this like hide the tubby figurines minigame, the Confuzzled tubbers, which is such a great name, by the way. I think this could actually make into like a really fun sub-region converted into a minigame rounds. And so I made this really basic little town layout. You can see there's nothing like floated or really sunk in. I just wanted like something that was kind of dense with enough furnishings and decorations that can make it like kind of interesting and more difficult to hide the Confuzzled tubbers. But yeah, you basically put them down, you put the minigame down, and then for each one of the, I think it's 12 tubbers, you just pick little hiding spots and you can get really cute with it. Like I put this one on the bench. Oh, this one's working the blacksmith. Oh, got a couple that are actually like hidden away. That one's tucked behind the car. This one's tucked behind all these crates over in this little nook and cranny. This one's behind a bush. What you said though, well, they're so cute, dude. I love these things to pieces. If you get really intricate with it, right? Because I just made like a circular arena, right? This is like the beginner's level, right? Making an intermediate or an advanced one where you have like a bunch of alleyways. Maybe you make a maze using these bad boys, right? But overall, I think this is actually a pretty cool addition. This one and the archery minigame, I think are so far the two best minigames that they've included for the teapot so far. Although, you know what, I guess the race timer is also pretty cool too, right? Now, the only caveat with it, the only thing that kind of holds it back, at least in my opinion, is that you can't float the Confuzzled tubbers. They are locked to like this current height where they kind of float just a little bit off the ground. At least as far as I've been able to find, I haven't been able to find a way to float them. Yeah, I can't float them because you actually can't place them on rocky landforms, at least as far as what I've been able to find. All of the landforms that I have All right, I've tested all of them, and you'll see that they just automatically clip inside of the landform instead of going on top of it. There might be a workaround for this, right? There might be some weird, wacky, wild exploit that would let us actually float them. I can't find a way to do it so far, so if anybody does find one, hey, let me know, because I think it would be kind of cool to make like an entire region dedicated to this minigame and increase in difficulty. But anyway, that is all. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too long. The TLDR, none of the exploits have been patched or changed in any way, so the freedom to build the teapot the way that we want to build it is still alive and well. Unfortunately, none of the exploits were made into like actual features, so we are still going to get big arthritis from shake clipping. We are still going to have to spend 40 years trying to float a bunch of objects at once, but we can still do them. And I think that's the most important aspect, right? The big question, are you going to be using any of these new 2.6 or 2.7 furnishings? Hey, if you do, go over to my Twitter, okay? Give me some screenshots of your new builds, hit me up, because nothing makes me happier in this world than seeing my boys getting all creative, all right? Playing with this virtual dollhouse, this dumb, stupid, neglected 2-month hiatus dollhouse, okay? So thanks a ton for watching, and I'll see you for whatever the next video may or may not be. Peace.